The stabbing of an Iranian journalist in London, Puriya Zeraati, is simply shocking. Stabbed multiple times outside his own home. And he hosts a show on the Persian language television network, Iran International. He was attacked by two people as he left his home this afternoon. And apparently somebody tried to engage him in conversation. Another person came behind him and slashed at him with a knife, and then they both went off in a waiting car that was driven by a third man. He was rushed to hospital, where apparently he's in a stable condition. But once again, yes, there are forces at work in our country, but there's also a mood that if you don't like what somebody says, you attack them, whether this is attacking verbally or physically. And it's a shocking turn that's been happening in the last couple of years. Police were called today at just after 2:30 to attend the stabbing, and the London Ambulance Service paramedics were there. We're told his condition is not life-threatening, but there are threats going on all over the place at the moment. And when somebody is threatened, who do they turn to? They can't turn to the police. They're nowhere to be found. MI5, they don't really want to be involved. So who provides security for people who are threatened in this way? Prince Harry has been looking at and raising precisely this issue. And I think this should be a worry to anybody who has a public role, and particularly as we're approaching an election period. That apparently there have been 15 or so assassination plots linked to Iran, particularly to journalists who are critical of the Iranian regime. I don't think that sort of thuggish behaviour is acceptable. But unfortunately, it's made significantly easier because of this mood of hostility which is running rampant through our media, and particularly on social media. We have to calm this down. We have to let people know that we can disagree about a political or a factual point, and yet still not come to fisticuffs, and certainly not come to stabbing somebody. And we shouldn't have to resort to high security and to the efforts that we must go to protect our democratic values. We don't want another David Amos situation or Joe Cox situation. But I don't see how we can encourage politicians, for example, to go from door to door during the next election campaign with this threat of viciousness hanging over the nation. I think we have to do something about it, and with a police force which is largely absent. If you get burgled, what do? You report it to the police, and the police shrug and assume it's all going to be taken care of by your insurance. The same thing, frankly, when your post doesn't arrive. The post office shrugs and does nothing. We've become a society where the people who protect the institutions and us don't care. And other players move in a surreptitious and venomous way to fill that gap. We need to make it absolutely clear they have no place in our society.